Wait, dude, the Jersey Shore is done?
Did you see that announcement that it was the final season on MTV?
I saw it. That's crazy. You guys are canceled?
I mean,
This is not a test.
what's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Something Went Wrong with Vinny, joined by Mike Figs.
Yo, yo, yo.
He's looking cute today. Why do we always do a fashion check in the beginning?
We gotta stay clean and come correct.
Yeah, you're the lesbian today.
This is my outfit, you know.
Mike has a couple opening jokes depending on his outfit. I know them all. I'm not going to give them away.
No, I
but-
don't care. This
is the
I'm-
lesbian.
My lesbian denim jean jacket.
Yeah.
This is just a strong aunt. Someone's lesbian aunt. You know,
From Staten Island.
favorite aunt. Hey, my favorite aunt is here. She likes hot dogs.
So, guys, this is going to be a crazy episode because there's so much going on in the news. We're going to talk about this latest announcement about the final season of Jersey Shore on MTV. We had a video in response to that. Then I'm going to explain the Iran war to Mike. And then we'll probably talk about the finale of Love is Blind at the end.
Yeah.
So, you know, just a regular Friday here at the Something Went Wrong
Just a regular Friday.
podcast.
It's not over, Vinny, right?
So,
Is it over, Vinny?
I'm totally going to use this as a clickbait opportunity to get people to watch.
Yeah,
the
let's make the
podcast.
clip. Let's make the clip right now.
The clip. All right, let's make the clip. So ask me.
Wait, dude, the Jersey Shore is done?
Did you see that announcement that it was the final season on MTV?
I saw it. That's crazy. You guys are canceled?
I mean,
Wait, does that mean...
no, that's how it's going to end. Right?
Yeah. Something went wrong with Vinny.
Tune in to see.
Tune in live.
50,000 views. But then as you tune in, we're going to talk about this for 5 seconds, and then we're just going to jump to foreign policy. And then you can all tune out after that. No, so yes, it was announced that MTV, this will be the final season of Jersey Shore Family Vacation on MTV, I guess, like as we know it. But there's a lot of different factors that are taking place. Like MTV itself is completely transforming. They're getting rid of all of their shows.
Mm-hmm.
They got rid of like the Teen Moms and Catfish, and I think there's like one more kind of like a challenge that's going to be filmed, but you know, Ridiculousness.
No way. That's the only one that will always be on MTV2.
I mean, I'm sure it'll air, but they're just not continuing it. They were bought by like another company. Everything's merging together, like the Paramount and the Warner Brothers and the Netflix and this whole thing.
Yeah.
And cable's not what it used to be. Things are going to Paramount Plus. It's just like a whole clusterfuck. And I don't know, you know, they might go like more scripted. They might go more music again, but just that iteration of shows, like reality shows, is kind of just going away on MTV. So basically, that's what's happening. It's not like you have this like reality show network, and then it's like we're gonna cancel this reality show. The whole network is evolving and changing. Then that leaves us to figure out like what we're doing. All I can say to that is that it's a wait and see. And, you know, we have some things up our sleeves in the works. Now, you know, obviously, this is a weird kind of announcement because we're announcing that as there's another season about to air. So it's not like that season aired and then we're like, goodbye. Mm-hmm. It's like we know we're in this like transitional point, but we still have to air this 8B season that's kind of crazy. It has like, you know, Sammy's wedding and the pregnancies and this and that and who's pregnant, who's not, and
The roast.
Oh man, crazy shit happened on this season. So that's gonna air. So obviously, you know, it's gonna be a big last season because people are gonna like watch it. Like, what the fuck is this all about? And you know, the more people watch it, the more help from the fans to watch this one. Obviously, you know, that could build the hype for the future of whatever else we do. You know, we left MTV and then kind of like did other things, and then we came back, and that's really it. So all I can say is like, you know, the network is changing. we're not. We're still a team. We're still a core. And I think like us together with our fans, all the fans that come out on the road and stuff like that, we can kind of like figure out how to transition this and find a home and do other things with. And that's what we're working on. And that's all I know. I'm just a fucking cuck, and I just sit there and listen and do as I'm told.
Stay tuned for the Jersey Shore podcast, everybody.
Hey.
Imagine all you guys in the room every week just talking shit.
I don't think I would like that, because they would fucking, first of all,
Vinny, what do you think?
First of all, they don't want to hear my thoughts. I'm too controversial. And, you know, that's
Starts
basically
off with
what
Pauly D.
Jersey Shore is, like a giant podcast.
Yeah,
We're just like at restaurants.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff, you
True,
know?
true.
But we're all just kind of like talking to each other. And, but yeah, no. So also, like, sometimes I think when people see a camera in front of them, like Mike, he goes into like speech mode.
Yeah.
He's like, hello, everybody. He talks like robotic talking points.
Bro.
That's how I get in trouble, because I don't give a fuck. I'm
Yeah.
just like, yeah, no, fucking fuck that guy. You know?
Yeah. The
And-
videos that you guys put up, the farewell videos.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, you're just there, whatever. He's like in a suit in front of the empire that he built.
Yeah,
In
yeah.
front of the Archangel Assistants
There's like
Club.
a picture of him in the background. He's wearing like Versace loafers and shit.
Yeah, and he said a quote. Like you said, he always says a quote.
But that's his character, though. Like, his character is being a character, and that's how he is in real life too.
Oh, I can't wait to meet him.
But if you ever hang out with me, you know, you're just gonna get. I'm just gonna be miserable. I'm gonna be sad. I'm gonna be looking at my phone, but I'm gonna be really me. That's who I am. You know.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, normal
Some
guy.
people like that. Some people don't. Yeah.
You're just worried about your sleep 24/7.
Just worried about my sleep, my
Yeah.
cats, what I'm
Yeah.
gonna eat next, and my comedy set. So that's really it. You can tune out of the podcast now, because I'm gonna explain the Iran war to Mike. I keep saying that. I don't mean to condescend you, but that's usually kind of what this.
I really don't understand what's happening.
Isn't that what this podcast is? It's like me explaining
Yeah, I learned so
global
much.
politics to you.
I learned stuff.
Dude.
Can I tell you what I think, and then you can
Yeah.
correct me?
Fuck yeah.
All right, so Iran has always been in it. Okay, well, I have family
Not
members.
what your
Not my
Republican
brother,
uncle
yeah.
tells you.
All right, so Iran is ran by a dictator kind of guy, and he's kind of brutal to his people.
Supreme leader. Yeah.
Supreme leader. He recently killed like 50,000 protesters.
Could be. That's a number floating around. It's not really confirmed.
They have weapons of mass destruction.
On the way, not really have them, but they say that they could have them in the future.
They give oil to China and Russia.
That's true.
They every now and then throw out a little death to America.
That's true.
So so Trump woke up one day after hearing all this news that they killed the people and all that stuff, and he said, fuck it. He put on his hat.
Like I'm talking to my 10-year-old nephew. So Trump woke up one
He
day.
put on the hat. He said, I'm going to kill everybody.
When he wears the hat, it's
When he wears that hat, something bad was going to
There's
happen.
the windbreaker.
When he takes that little hat that's his commander in chief and he put it on, and we sent stealth bombers. We did stealth bombers. And then he bombed the shit out of everybody. He bombed the shit out of them. I don't know what the Franz Ferdinand moment was. Like I don't know what that's the guy who died that started World War One. Yeah.
Guy.
They killed him and World War One started, or USA got involved.
Yeah.
So
like the preemptive attack.
So that's what I know. And then Iran kind of said, fuck everybody, and started bombing Arabic countries that are next to them. So those Arabic countries were like, you know what? Now we're on USA side.
They're like,
Habibi, why you doing? Why?
Habibi, Dubai is supposed to be nice. I told all the ladies to come to Dubai.
Yeah, we have a Pokemon Convention Center here next week. You fucked it up.
I don't know if they do that thing. I think that's more Indian.
Sorry, let's cut that out. But yeah, so what am I right? Am I wrong?
Yeah, so I told you on the way that you're right about some of those things. Some of those things are, to be determined.
And Trump didn't go to Congress. The bad thing is that he just made the decision by himself without going to Congress and putting all the paperwork in.
There's just so much to unpack and so many things going on with this. I have some notes in my phone because to remember like a word or something just in case I forget. But I'm in a weird place because when we did this podcast after the Trump rally, and it was like Kamala versus Trump, I was like, I have to go for Trump because when I looked at his 4 years of presidency, it didn't seem like we were on the brink of World War III.
Yeah.
His first term, there were military strikes here and there. He took out ISIS. He took out that guy. What was his name? Baghdadi. Baghdadi. He did that
Bumblebee
thing.
tuna Baghdadi.
So you don't always expect like a president to have zero military action with the military. Every single president's going to do something. But under Biden, when the Ukraine-Russia war broke out and the Gaza-Israel war was going on simultaneously, and there were like hundreds of thousands of people dying, whether those were civilians or military, we were all like, okay, this is like crazy. This didn't happen under this guy the first 4 years, but it's happening now under Biden-Harris, and one might conclude that same policy would happen under Harris because she was there under Biden and she never said that anything else would be different. So now here we are today in this place where it does seem kind of World War III-ish. It's only been a week, or not even a week, a couple days. So we can't jump to like insane conclusions. But everyone's kind of getting that vibe of like, oh shit, we're kind of in more than just like a little bit of a war a military operation like the Maduro one, or even the first thing he did in Iran where he came in one night and bombed the thing, the nuclear facility. So this one scares me. This one is like, if he turns out, if whoever in the office right now is not lying to us and turns out to be right, and this is kind of like another in and out thing that really has like a good net benefit for people, then I will say, okay, cool. Like the leadership did its right thing. But if it's not, if it is something that like you just opened up like a hornet's nest, and this kind of does push us closer to World War III, then like, obviously that's a major L for the Trump administration. And, I feel like I'd been betrayed and lied to. Again, it's been a week.
Yeah.
So I can't say that yet.
Yeah.
But if that happens, if this kind of turns into like a longer war situation, almost like a COVID situation where they say like, oh, it's only going to last a week. And the next thing you know, you're in this like multi-year thing.
How could it become a multi-year thing?
Oh my God. I mean,
Russia, China, us.
Other countries could come in, or, the military regime is just not so easily toppled.
Yeah.
Like
that's what I heard. I heard that according whatever, like he doesn't even need to have ground troops, that like we'll be able to do what we have to do, coordinated strikes.
Yeah.
We could be in and out like that, surrender. The people are on our side. Is that true? Are the Iran people on our side?
It depends. For the most part, I'm pretty sure that, shelf Iran for 1 second, because that's like a whole other thing. But, you asked the first question is like, how can this happen for a long time? Again, like it's opening up like a weird hornet's nest because, you see what's happening. Like they're kind of just like attacking different places around them. And that's going to destabilize the region. So like if Iran is like, yo, like you attacked us, we're going to start attacking like your kind of allies in the region. Now all of a sudden those allies are going to be pissed at us and not going to be our allies anymore. Unless
we give them a lot of support, which means we have to send people there.
Keep going and go, and also this regime change with like we're standing up for the protesters. How are they going to take over the government? They're regular people. They don't have guns. So we would have to go in and help them take over their government. So, Trump has been pretty consistent and like stealthy in his operations with like Maduro and with the first Iranian thing where like he just does things in a blink of an eye, and we're all like, cool. If you could pull it off, and we're not in war, and you're still kind of like, you know, making these like strategic military things, then like, okay, like thank God you told me after. Because if you told me before, I would have been like, nah, don't do that. But like now, but when he does it, and like, that's his track record, then you know we're kind of for that. This is a little bit different because the Iran situation and country is just different, and that's this. But on the flip side, because this country is so complicated and such a thing that no other president has been able to handle, and they all have been wanting to handle it.
Yeah.
Democrat, Republican, they all talk about Iran.
Yeah.
Hillary Clinton said she was going to go bomb Iran.
Yeah.
Barack Obama said he would fucking bomb Iran.
Yeah.
Everybody was like, we need to take out this regime, and Trump could be a person, again, to open up this hornet's nest and start World War III, or he could be the one guy that says, I'm going to fucking handle it.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be the one guy, because I'm
Steps up and
different.
does it. Yeah.
I'm going to fucking step up and I'm going to handle this. And
Did they really kill 50,000 people or 10,000 people? Is that true?
Okay, let's pivot into.
Sorry.
Let's pivot into.
Because then I understand why Trump was like, hey, we're going to help these guys out. Like, I mean, you know what I mean?
Let's pivot into the state of Iran for a second, because
Okay,
it ties
sorry.
into kind of like what you're saying. So Iran is a religious controlled regime. It's a theocracy. It doesn't separate church from state, right?
It's all church. It's all church.
It's all church. The supreme leader is like connected to God. They're Shia Muslims. Sunni Muslims are the majority of Muslims, where they're like, we're Muslim, but it's like our religion. We still hold elections and stuff like that. Shia, which is what Iran is like a theocracy. It's very much like religious all day, martyrdom, and the laws that they have reflect the Muslim religion, like the laws, you know. So, you ever see Handmaid's Tale?
Yes.
Like, did you watch it?
The whole thing.
Yeah. So, Handmaid's Tale is one of my favorite shows, and Iran inspired Handmaid's Tale.
Gilead. So Gilead is Iran. That's what I'm reading.
It's kind of like the closest you're going to get for like a major nation to be nowadays. I mean, there's probably villages and shit that are like this, but as far as like a major nation where all the women are forced to wear hijabs and they only count as half of a man, being gay is punishable by death. The age of marriage, legal age is 13 or younger, depending on if the parents want to do that. You know, it's mostly a patriarchy. There's like a couple of representatives of women in the government. You know,
so it's strict over there. It's very
strict, and it's very much, again, Handmaid's Tale ish. You also can't. It's not. You can't commit. You can't charge your husband for illegally raping you. Sorry. If he does it, then there's just no crime. So it's just literally like Handmaid's Tale ish on Earth, and because it all goes to the super religion of it all, right? So that's what makes them so hard to kind of deal with, because they're living in the now, but they're also living sort of in the afterlife too.
Yeah, yeah.
And they're the lines are blurred there, and like again, now you have this regime. I don't know. I don't know if it's propaganda that they killed 50,000 people. It sounds like they kind of would.
Yeah.
Based on all of the other things.
People step up and go, we don't want to do this anymore. The women start taking their hoods off.
Yeah, it seems a little extreme. Again, like I don't know where they're doing these.
If there was a gay pride parade over there,
they would just empty the clip. I mean, that's kind of what I don't know. That's what, like, that could be propaganda too. Everyone has their own propaganda.
Yeah, true.
I know it's not. Let's just say like they didn't do the 50,000 thing. It would still be horrible.
Okay, yeah.
Like I actually have a good friend who just kind of got with someone from Iran, and she literally just moved here. Yeah. Because all of those Persians in LA and all them, they all fled from there because they wanted to live freely in a Western civilization. Those are all the people in America that are like, telling President Trump to go save everybody.
Yeah, those are the videos that we're seeing when they're like, "Thank you, Trump. Thank you, Trump."
They're in the streets having parades.
Those are not real Iranians.
They fled. Their families fled there during the revolution because they knew that this was going to happen, and they didn't want to live under that kind of like theocracy.
Gotcha.
But there, like, I can't believe, like, I'm have this friend that literally just did this, and it's bad there. The economy is horrible. The women make like $3 a week. It's fucking crazy. And to get out, she had to like escape Gilead.
Yeah.
Like, she couldn't just be like, oh, I'm moving to America.
No.
It had to have been like your family and the sponsor and the thing. So now, when you're watching Handmaid's Tale, you're like watching these women, again, get abused and all that shit. You're like, and then who's the neighboring country? So this is America in Gilead.
Like Canada was cool.
Canada is like the liberal free one.
Canada took all of the not POWs, refugees. Yeah.
And every time they do that, you're just watching and you're like, oh God, thank God, God, Canada is helping and stepping up. Like, and then there was one episode I remember when like they let like other countries like South America or come visit. And you were just like, oh, you fucking scumbags. Like, how could you visit there and then just walk away and leave those poor girls by themselves, you know? It gives you just like this feeling of disgust, right? So that's what it's like, the situation from a humanitarian level is like in Iran, right? Now, that's still not why I think Trump is doing this. Or the rest of them wanted it. I think that's kind of like an after effect, kind of like the Maduro thing was like a positive effect for the people that hate him. They live there. I don't. Don't listen to me. That's what they fucking say.
Yeah.
This guy Khamenei, whatever, has like a 82% like disapproval. Like, we live in the modern world. Like, the vast majority of these people don't want to be fucking, getting, like, they killed a girl or something for not wearing her hijab properly.
Yeah.
So
that's crazy. That's not humane. That's caveman shit.
But it's religion is the cause of a lot of bad things on earth, you know. That's why I think like Christianity is kind of like, for the most part, nice. New Testament, Jesus, you know what I mean?
Turning water into wine.
Just
have
chilling.
A little wine, chill. Cool. Let's turn our cheeks.
He's not really that violent, you know?
Yeah, no, everybody's cool.
But with these extreme, again, like the Shias and everything, it's like, again, a lot of it is like sacrifice and martyrdom and all that stuff. So now, that's what's happening there. Now, I still don't think, so you would think actually that the Democrats and liberals would be pushing for this war because they're all about women's rights. They're all about humanitarianism. They're all about saving the oppressed. Yep. So all the people that were protesting for free Palestine, you would think that they would be pushing Trump into this war.
Yeah.
But it's the opposite. It's
They're like, why you did that? You fucked with them without permission. Because
it's Trump. Well, actually, no. You hear the funniest thing. You hear like, the Democratic leaders like Gavin Newsom and shit, they're all like, this is a regime that's horrible and needs to go, but don't overthrow them. Like, everyone says the same thing. They're trying to like, trying to like do mental gymnastics to kind of justify, because again, what that regime does is, if they say we're just going to watch it happen, then you're kind of just like a bystander to like something really bad happening that you're against. You can see the conservatives being like, I don't want to go over there. Like,
you're like, hey,
that's your government. I'm America first. That's your religion, But the Free Palestine people should be like, no, we have to go save those women because they're fucking.
Even they don't want to fuck with Iran. Nobody wants to fuck with Iran.
Yeah, but that's because they're so extreme.
Yeah,
and they have this kind of like government set up this way. Now, pivoting from that or piggybacking off of that. Two things could be happening here. You could be opening up, again, a crazy rabbit hole by fucking with these people. And now, all of a sudden, again, like, they have nothing to lose. They fight for they fight till the death.
Mm-hmm.
So they're just going to put in new powers, and then this 1 week war is going to turn into like a multi.
They're going to do something in America.
They're going to do something in America. They are a #1 state sponsor of terrorism, so they have proxies all over the world that are going to, fucking. They call
Let's say they bomb.
They call it jihad. Jihad is like
they bomb London, and they make it
now London's in it.
Now London's in
and
it.
now we're in it because London's in it
because we fuck with
So that's like the proliferation of the
and I saw
of the jihad and the war.
And I saw a video that was like, they're not gonna missile us, like they can't missile us or anything, but they're known for like bombing, like suicide bombers and shit. Like,
well, because
that's what you got to worry about, like some crazy guy.
Because that's they're kind of like the mother hub of all of that all over the world.
Yeah.
They have killed like thousands of Americans by doing that too. So that's like the negative, but that same argument can be used for the war.
Yeah.
Because now you're saying
yeah.
we have to cut off these crazy guys right now before they get a nuclear weapon.
Yeah.
Because, and I do think that there's such bullshit and shenanigans about like, oh, they have a nuclear weapon, they don't have a nuclear weapon.
They have uranium, right? I believe.
Enriched uranium. What are we in Superman? Like what the fuck?
They got kryptonite and we're gonna blow it all up.
What is
we're
this,
taking
fucking
away
Avatar? What the fuck?
Taking away the kryptonite.
So like that's been going on for like 10 years. So there's been some fuckery on that end of it, but they want a nuclear bomb. Who doesn't?
Yeah.
So like I'm all about them not getting a nuclear bomb, whether they're lying to us now or no one wants them to have a nuclear bomb, again, because they don't really live in just the present moment. Like even like the Sunni states around Iran, the less extremists like the Dubais and the Qatars, like they like fucking Bentleys and Aston Martins.
Yeah, they want WWE to come to them. They want fucking.
They want Mark
Norman.
Want Fluffy.
They want Gabriel Iglesias to come by. We want to laugh. We give and they pay their women $5.
Gabriel Iglesias in Iran.
I don't even know. It's like, yo, what's up? Iran, yo, the tacos here are good. I think they're called falafels. And then just do a fucking sound effect. And then
I went up to the supreme leader, and he was like, mm-hmm. I feel like that's what all of his jokes are, like, mm-hmm.
Wait. Okay, can you just tell me?
So so those people don't really, even North Korea, Kim Jong-un likes Dennis Rodman.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
like
even though he has like nukes and shit, it's like he still doesn't seem like he's crazy and he starves his people, and that's why you don't see us going to fuck with them.
Yeah.
But they're not really like, again, in this super religious government where, martyrdom is everything. The afterlife is even better than this,
Yeah.
They're not really like the chain of command doesn't just end with like the president. It's like it's like the supreme leader guy is and then there's God, and then it's like it keeps going. Our world isn't limited to their world isn't limited to just this.
Yeah.
What were you gonna ask?
I was gonna ask, when Trump made this decision, and maybe I'm wrong, but what I imagine is he's in a big table with all of the military leaders, like all of the heads of everybody, and they're like, hey, POTUS, listen, we got an amazing plan. Operation Desert Alpha. Here are all the locations where they have the nukes. Here are all the guys. We got targets on them right now. You give us the okay. We're going to wipe them out. We're going to do this. We're going to, like, they give him the plan, and then he's there, like, asking questions about it, and they're like, yeah, we got that covered. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. Like, there has to be somebody who's saying this to Trump, and then Trump goes, let's do it. Fuck it. Let's do it. And then they do it. It's not just Trump who's like, let's bomb Iran. No, it's
no.
He's got a bunch of his boys that back him up, and that are like, we're ready, Mr. Trump. The Marines are ready. USA, we are fucking ready for this.
Yeah, you have advisors. Now that brings up the whole other kind of thing of the division of America in terms of, right wing, left wing, who's like for this, who has Trump derangement syndrome, who has Israel derangement syndrome. You know what Israel derangement syndrome is?
That's that video that came out with the Marine who stood out during the meeting.
I saw. Like, I don't know what that was about.
For Israel.
Yeah.
And he just kind of just like, just kind of like chloroformed
the people
them
that
out.
just think the Jews control everything. and that Israel controls the whole entire American government. So there's that camp of people. There's like people in the middle, so
I'm getting anxiety talking about this. I don't know why.
no, this is serious shit. So, what I was gonna say, what'd you ask me?
You were saying that there's
the
right-wing,
advisors.
left-wing, yeah.
Yeah, so a lot of people think the advisors could be compromised if they are really trying to sort of, I guess, like fulfill this. Okay, so we talked about the religious side of Iran, right?
Yeah.
How they have their religion that
Yeah.
they believe in, and they want their afterlife to be that,
Yeah.
and they'll die for it.
Yeah.
There's a religious sector of the Israeli people as well who think they're the chosen people.
Yeah.
Okay? That's why all this religion shit
Yeah.
is fucking the root of
But
evil,
Israel-
ironically.
But Israel doesn't kill their own people, right?
Well, what do you like martyrdom?
Yeah. Do they kill their own people?
They kill other people.
They kill other
They
people,
don't really-
Palestinians and shit.
Yeah. They don't,
So that's- but
I
that's
don't really
their-
know if they like believe in martyrdom
Yeah.
as much, but
Yeah.
but
But that's their war with their enemies. They have enemies.
yes,
And that's their
but-
war with them.
But also, again, like, when you're kind of believe in this sort of God, afterlife, the chosen ones type of thing, because like people are like Skip Bayless, you know who that is?
Mhm.
He did this like cringe video where he was like, "This has to be done." He's like, the Israelis are the chosen people. It's in the Bible.
Yeah, no,
It
that's
has to, it has to be done. It's
We're all humans. We're all God's children. You know what
once
I mean?
you
Like, what
start
are we doing?
going into like religion and theocracy, like then all bets are off, and no one's having rational arguments because then it's just like, what do you believe in?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
could believe in fucking in
So people
Superman.
are saying this has to do with religion, and that's what's the scary part, because then you incorporate, then all those questions come up like, well, why are you defending these people?
Yeah, so it's like
Oh,
I'm
oh.
fighting my religious war, which that's what a lot of people say that the Gaza kind of war is. Like they want the land.
Yeah, that we know. That's been there. That's been a huge war forever, and
Yeah, there's
everyone
like
gets mad when we stick our noses in there.
There's a temple. There's a temple that it goes back to the Bible. It was
Yeah.
like the first temple ever built, and then it got destroyed.
The Taj Mahal,
Yes, the one in Atlantic City,
Yeah.
specifically, not Vegas.
which is now the Hard Rock Temple.
yeah. So there was that one, and then they wanted to like rebuild the temple, but in where the Gaza Strip lives.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, yeah.
So
there's
the-
people
it's
fighting their
about-
religion. Like I want my religious war. Then there's other people like fighting their religious war. So people, to go back to your question, is like, how much of those advisors to Trump? Because I don't think he's like Trump's that religious.
Yeah,
I just don't. You know what I mean? He's a New Yorker.
yeah.
He fucking.
He's a Catholic, I imagine, right? But
He's
Kind of
Catholic.
like the 6-7 of religion.
He has a gay secretary of treasury.
Yeah,
He's like hosts gay weddings at Mar-a-Lago. He just tweeted a thing today that people can do transgender surgeries to kids if they get parental consent. Then he took it away right away. I think someone hacked his shit.
yeah. That doesn't sound like something he would say.
It was crazy. It said like with written consent, you can like get transgender
Yeah.
surgery, and all the Republican. Then he took it down. I don't know. Trump's not that. That's the funniest thing about to all the liberals, and this is why I was on his side again during the election, is because to me he's the most democratic Republican I've ever seen.
Yeah,
Once you get into the really extremist guys, I don't see myself in them. The Mike Pence,
yeah,
the George Bush, the Ted Cruz,
yeah,
Lindsey Graham. Those are like just white.
yeah. What? Under God.
Trump got a little sauce to him.
Yeah.
That's why minorities
Oh, they
vote
did.
for him.
I hung out with Diddy.
He's spray tans.
We got Nicki Minaj. We're gonna free your brother.
Well, he was on every talk show. He was on Ellen and Oprah. Like,
Yeah.
there's a whole psyop
He's
to
like the guy that eats jelly beans. Who's the jelly bean president?
who?
Who was the one famous for the jelly beans, and he almost got shot, and he was an actor?
Ronald Reagan?
Yeah, isn't he kind of like a Reagan?
I guess. I wasn't around, but
Okay, I don't
that would be.
Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know if the country was that divided, but we also didn't have social media back then.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't think Trump's fighting a religious war. So the question would be, are the advisors in his ear through the grapevine, whatever, to kind of like fight their sort of religious war for them. And that would be really bad if that was happening. According to the White House, that's not what's happening. According to the White House, we just don't want them to have a nuclear weapon because they have this belief, and then them having a nuclear weapon would be really bad because if this ever broke out again, they'd just be like, fuck it. We're going to fucking heaven anyway, so we're going to just empty this clip.
One-way trip.
The real big clip, So it's a tricky situation because as much as Trump wants to be like the in and out guy and do this, it's not that.
Yeah.
There's so many like Iran is huge. It's like all of those other nations that he's invaded combined.
Yeah.
And there's mountains and shit, so like you can't just kind of go in and out.
So it's kind of If it becomes a ground war, that's when it's like you get worried because you don't want any Americans to die.
If it becomes a ground war, or if, like you said, it triggers a hornet's nest, and now we're pulled into a world war,
state of emergency. Oh yeah.
Now that being said, that would be bad, and everyone can retroactively say we should have voted for Kamala Harris, even though who knows? I mean, this is literally a game. This is like a game of chess, right? So you have these two paths, and you have one path where it's like, what if the Democrats were in there, didn't do anything because they just like stand by on everything, and then all of a sudden, slowly, years down the road, they have a nuclear weapon that eventually kills everybody. Yeah. Or you have this guy that seems like he's like breaking out World War III right now, but he's trying to cut off the nuclear weapon thing once and for all for good, cut off all of their supreme leaders and shit like that, and he prevents that from happening down the line. It's a gamble. Nobody knows. And that's the funniest part is that when you watch like the news and Twitter and all that stuff, this is why I am independent. This is why I am who I am, because the super Republican people that are saying like, no, like we need to do this, okay? This is like, we have to stop them from getting a nuclear bomb and prevent this. America, fuck yeah. The propaganda videos of us flying with the Sabrina Carpenter music or whatever. Like, you don't know all the facts about what's going on, right? So shut up.
Yeah.
On the other side, the people that are like, how could he do this? This is horrible. How could he invade? He didn't get congressional approval, blah, blah, blah. You don't know all the facts either, so shut the fuck up. Yeah. So it's just like all those people are just trying to kind of have the first take and be important and be special and be right and all that shit. Meanwhile, like the real truth is, none of us have no idea what's going on.
That's a scary.
We're not in the room. We don't know if they saw the nuclear fucking
That's what I want to know.
thing.
What happened in that room that will make me feel like
that this was justified.
Where they were like, hey, here are the facts. Boom, bing, boom, boom. Look at the video footage of this guy. They have this uranium. They have it planned. We have to do something.
Or they will in 10 years.
Yeah, and he was just like, all right, let's fucking.
Or they will in 10, 15 years.
Yeah.
We
got stealth bombers.
When our kids are, Trump has kids.
Yeah.
He has grandkids. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, again, like, them getting a nuclear weapon, I don't know how they don't already. I mean, India, Pakistan, everyone fucking has them.
Yeah.
So, it's kind of inevitable. Yeah. So I don't know the answer to that. I don't know if you cut it off at the source or just let them fucking have it and pray for the best.
Does Iran have a news channel that's not
it's Gilead though.
It's Gilead.
It's all state run.
So yeah, they can't say the truth.
I say that like I've never been. I know people that live there and it's not great. Obviously there's a million voices and testimony of that it's like that, so one can draw their own reasonable conclusion of that. I don't even think Democrats disagree with that. So, and also, I bet you that it's like a hybrid. It's like Gilead mixed with Dubai. You know what I mean? Like the laws are definitely there about the women and all that shit. But, they can get elected into office. There's only a small percentage of them. I think like 3% or 5% of their lawmakers are women. They could be professors and stuff. As long as they wear the hijab and they be nice to good to their husband and they let the supreme leader be, then they have things called morality police. They're people that walk around and say that you have to be wearing the thing. Again, they're not separating church from state.
Wasn't they called the eyes?
The eyes
in Gilead.
Yeah. So also, and then it's just so ironic because, everyone is just always saying that America is the worst people in the world.
Yes, like
Look at our government.
yeah,
Literally, I don't know, 30-40% are women.
yeah.
A lot of Trump's cabinet, again, are women or gay.
It makes you like, if anything should unite us, things like this, we should always go like, thank God we're in the best country in the world and we're all free, and we let other people come in and try to let them be free and aid our country. And
and obviously that can go far. That can go too far the other way.
Yeah.
But like America is the best, and I say this like, it was us, and I don't want to sound like a feminist cuck, but America is what it is today because of what's happened to it over time.
Yeah.
And the fact that everyone has been freed over time.
Yeah.
Like people of color, women, and there's still work to do because we're like an ant farm or whatever the fuck. Like we're always progressing to get better.
And shout out Europe and shout out, there's some good Canada and UK. They're cool too.
Yeah, but no, because because the gun.
But they're free.
No, because the gun thing, like.
Oh, they can't have guns. Yeah.
Right. So.
I mean, all right. Well, this will divide us.
There's guns, and let's divide, baby.
Yeah.
Come
I
on.
mean, I don't think they. I think I like that it's like Peaky Blinders. That hey, I get you with a knife. I like that there's no guns. They don't need. We don't. Guns are fun, but we can make laser guns and stuff. Like I get it. Guns are cool, but if there's no guns, it's just fisticuffs and knives.
Yeah, but
you don't got to worry about your kids getting shot at school. You don't got to worry about a crazy guy going to Walmart.
So there 100% are gun laws.
Yeah,
and should be gun laws.
Yeah,
and there can even be stricter gun laws because I don't live in a fucking super Republican. I live in Manhattan. It's very hard to get a gun here.
Yeah,
but
some kid got shot in my neighborhood yesterday, and these guns you get them from Pennsylvania. You go to Pennsylvania. Go to Pennsylvania, buy the gun, drive back home.
Yeah, but they're going to be
sell them. You got guns,
But they're going to be illegal guns.
Yeah, they're all illegal.
Yeah, they're all illegal.
Of course.
And there's no getting rid of them.
But it's like easy to get an illegal gun.
There's millions and millions.
There's so many guns.
I don't know the stat. It's like 10 times.
It's just dangerous from a standpoint of like danger. It's like
but
I shouted out. Yeah.
The gun thing proliferated.
Yeah,
but the thing that keeps America different than those other countries, that even though they're very pleasant and they're nice.
That's what I meant. That's what I was trying to say.
Yeah,
like they're like nice places for the. I said America's the best, obviously, but those other places deserve like a nice little shout out. I think.
Yeah,
because they're like,
but they're not America.
Not Gilead.
But they're not America.
Yeah, but they're not Gilead.
Well, they're not, but they could turn into Gilead from the opposite door.
Oh, from the back door.
From the back door. No pun intended. Trudeau. Yeah.
I see what you're saying. Free healthcare.
Macron, whatever the fuck. Yeah, they could come in from the communistic, open borders, and then decimate the whole thing because of that.
I see what you're saying.
America, what keeps America, what makes America America, is the fight between the two parties.
Yeah.
And it is one that says, like, we have guns, we need guns, no one's going to fuck with us. If the government tries to fuck with us, we're going to fucking form militias and fuck with them.
Yeah.
And then it's the liberals and the septum piercings and it's the abortion and all that stuff.
Matcha coffee.
And the matcha. So that's what keeps it, that fiery debate between. That's why, like, whenever there's people that disagree with me, I think that's great.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, all right, like thank God there's this push and pull to keep everybody in check.
Yeah.
And it kind of wouldn't happen without the guns.
I guess so. Yeah.
in a horrible way. But that being said, I say this saying that if there was a magic wand to make all the guns disappear, then I would say yes. But also, if there was a magic wand to make sure that the government is always going to do the right thing, I'm going to say yes.
I think if there's a magic wand that good people get guns and bad people can never get guns.
Right.
Yeah, that would be the ultimate spell.
Magic wand kind of.
We don't. Unfortunately, we don't live in.
We live in a horrible, fucking, disgusting world.
Yeah.
And it's a cesspool. And
except for Fort Lauderdale, which is perfect. And the Avalon.
The Las Olas is pretty nice, and the Avalon. Yeah. Funny, it's always the Republican, the Republican cities. But yeah, no, the other places are, But again, America, the military, whatever it is. But no, what I was saying was, again, to be a liberal cuck is like, we're not Iran because like we allowed women to rise up and to be in power. I know some of them.
Mistake. Happy National Women's Month.
Yeah,
some
of you guys should just
need to relax.
That's the rise of women, the fact that they're able to be, so fucking like make laws and be in power, like it's so awesome that the experiment worked. You know what I'm saying? Because Iran's like, nah, we ain't fucking with that shit. They tried to do that back in the 70s. It looked like Dubai. Like there was like fucking a free country. No one had hijabs. The country was saying that it was getting too gay. They were like
Babylon.
They were like,
it's not Babylon.
What?
Sorry.
They revolted the other way.
Yeah.
They were like, no, we need a conservative. We're religious, and we don't want this fucking shenanigans going on over here.
Yeah.
So they revolted, and then they formed this super. The guy, the Shah, he went to America, and now they're saying that they want his son to take over to be the transitionary kind of president during this time, to run a fair democracy and all that stuff.
His son?
Yeah, he lives in America.
Oh, the son of
he's like, I am a Persian guy. I live in Los Angeles, and I have a gold card, and I was on the Shahs of Sunset.
I'm drinking a smoothie with raspberry.
We bring smoothies to all of the oppressed women.
Yes.
We're gonna bring the matcha and install a Barry's boot camp in
Barry's boot camp
in Iran. Yeah, man, it's crazy. All of the Iranians here just fucking love this shit, bro. Yeah. They're like, finally. Because, again, it's their Gilead being freed.
Yeah.
Imagine how horrible. Now, this isn't me in a fucked up way. This isn't me saying go free them.
Yeah.
Because I'm not going to sit here and virtue signal like I'm that guy. If that could happen there's no magic wand that can like save the world.
The ultimate answer would be, I want to know how they feel. Like, I wish I could just go, hey, Iranian people, like, how do you really feel?
Well,
and get an answer from them.
There's a number that 82% of them disapprove of the supreme leader.
What is that?
Well,
TMZ.com? Like,
it's off of IMZ, Iranian mile zone. But you can understand that they wouldn't love living in the Gilead type of place.
I didn't know that other point that you said, that it went one way and then they brought it back. That's what kind of makes me go, well, maybe they did.
Oh, yeah. No, there's a portion of them. The same way here. There's a portion of conservative people that would like to probably go more of that way. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
No gays, and you can get married at 14, but no gays.
Yo, the hijab's kind of hot.
Did you see the AI of the girls, like, now that we're free, they're taking off the hijabs and they're just like gorgeous mommies?
Oh, so hot. Yeah. A lot of them need nose jobs though.
Oh, really?
I dated a couple Persian girls, and once they get that nose job,
once they're free, you can get BBLs.
The BBLs. Yeah.
BBLs on Iranian chicks? Iranian?
They don't need them. They're fucking thick.
A word.
Yeah.
Well,
Persian girls are hot.
You graduated from the College of Staten Island.
I did.
With Gene Simmons, so you know some about puss.
It's true. College of Staten, Iran. Bomb. Wait, but what was I saying? What the fuck were we saying?
You said nose jobs. You said
Iran.
I wish we could just talk to them.
Oh, no, I'm saying the hijab is hot.
Oh, the hijab is hot.
Yeah. But again, I'm not gonna.
Yeah, the hijab's hot.
It's hotter when they decide to wear that. Yeah. I was at a nightclub, and there was this girl. We were all drinking and shit, and it was Harbor nightclub. Shout out! It's like this, it's like this really like hip hop kind of club. And there was this girl. She was wearing a hijab, and she was getting fucked up. I'm pretty sure that's like an oxymoron.
Yeah.
But she was taking shots and everything, and like every
was
guy.
She like, and then put it back?
It wasn't like
that.
It was just the headscarf.
So you saw the whole face.
Yeah.
Nice.
And it was hot because she obviously has freedom. She's at the fucking promoter table.
She like, I'm going to take it up. No, just kidding. Wait, I love no, I can't.
No, but it's kind of that's how Mia Khalifa got in trouble. Yeah. She did the porn in the hijab. She's Lebanese. They're a little more, again, they're like the more kind of cool ones, Yeah. But she was disrespectful.
Yeah.
I think Afghan.
That's a famous video.
Yeah. Afghanistan was on her bumper.
There was. Yeah, they were on their bumper. I was on their bumper.
Well, usually it's just like a it's like a Dominican girl wearing the hijab in porn.
The other girl was the Spanish mommy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go check it out.
They have no morals.
Yeah. They don't care. She was just cosplaying. She didn't give a fuck.
But Damn, there are people that are in favor. But again, if something is, we live in a fucking modern world, and for someone to have a government that still operates like that, you would assume the people aren't thrilled about it. Also, their fucking country sucks. There's the economy sucks. Again, people are working for like $3 a day.
That's crazy. Yeah.
And there's like
they should be thriving. They have tons of oil, right?
Yeah, but when you have a bad government, I guess like that doesn't reroute it to the people, and it's not. Again, America.
Yeah.
Goes back to the gun thing. As much as I hate to say it, it's like the people also have power.
Yeah.
But
give the people power, they'll pay taxes, it will make them, everything will start to prosper.
This
and
is
grow.
all of ours kind of thing.
Yeah.
Not the government controlling things and running things and all that stuff.
So they look at Dubai and stuff like that, and you think they get a little jealous, like, fuck, those guys in Dubai having a good time, and people are vacationing, and tourists are coming in and making money. Meanwhile, we're starving over here.
Depends on what your religious beliefs is, you know? Do you want to live like that? Those places are kind of cool because they're kind of a little bit of both, you know? Dubai is like, you can't like hold hands in the street, but you could like go to a nightclub and don't like all these like influencers go over there and like guys like shit on them or something.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
I've heard stories. There's like, well, maybe that's
wait, guys shit on them? Like,
yeah, there was like a website. It was called like Tag Your Sponsor or something. And these like women, these like guys, I don't know if they were like baiting them or they were real, but there were guys be like, I am Prince Mohammed, whatever, and I want to give you $100,000 a day allowance to come here, and then like
shit on me,
and like some like Latina like from I don't know fucking Panama or some shit. Dykeman, let's keep it Dykeman. Yeah, she was like, yeah, the Dykeman shit. They would never do that. They would never do that. These are like,
yo, this Mortal Kombat motherfucker wants me to shit on him, yo. I'm out. We out.
I'll take a shit on you.
I'll take a shit on you, no problem.
It's gonna cost you 100 racks. 100 racks, in the new Birkin.
Yo, he flew me out on Emirates. Let me find out.
No, but they tell these women like, you know, to go to these countries and they do crazy shit like and they are agreeing to it.
That's scary.
On the like, well, they're agreeing
for the women to be like, all right, and then you go there like hoping that it's just that like.
Well,
you want me to do
what I'm talking about, it doesn't get that far, but you see them kind of agree and then they expose it. They're like, you must have sex with Donkey. You must have sex with my like 10-year-old nephew.
Whoa.
And then like some girl,
lucky kid.
Yeah, some girl is some hot ass girl is like, okay.
Thank you. This is all I wanted for my birthday. Little Arabic Rizzler.
Bro, the fucking
thank you. I'm going to have
the head
sex.
Nod with the
thank you. It is my birthday. All I want is girl from Dykeman to shit on my foot. Shitting on my foot. She shit on my foot. Happy 11th birthday, little King Muhammad.
Yeah.
The Jersey Shore is back.
It's funny because it's real.
It can't be real, Vinny. That's crazy.
No, look it up. I don't know. Again, I don't. No one has like eyewitness. I mean, they probably do have eyewitness testimony. I'm saying like, but the women that are agreeing to this exist because they just want a lot of money and Birkin, and these guys over there have unlimited money. They they use golden toilet paper. Yeah, and they get so bored that they're just like, you know, we need to just get a bunch of girls. It's like that, like giving a girl like $100,000 is nothing. It's like giving them $10. You know?
So how are those guys so wealthy, but the Iran guys aren't that wealthy?
Well,
they both have oil. They both have huge land. They both like, right? Can't Iran just be as successful as those other Saudi Arabian kings and queens?
So I don't know this. This is the first time I'm getting asked this question.
Yeah.
I assume it's because once you start to open up your ideology to the rest of the world, you also open up trade and tourism and partnerships.
Saudi is going
and
to
America
Plaza Hotel. Yeah.
is the big dog.
Yeah.
America and Dubai are very like closely knit together. That's why Iran's trying to fuck with them.
Yeah.
Because they're like, no, that's like they're kind of like that's their little Riviera of the Middle East.
Dubai is what country?
It's the United Arab Emirates, right?
Okay.
Is Dubai a country?
Is Dubai a country?
I can't believe we just did all of this fucking talk. And we're like, no, the United Arab Emirates is like its own
Is
kind
Dubai a country? Not a country.
not.
Okay. United
it's the
Arab
largest
Emirates.
city within the United Arab, which is like, who makes up the United Arab Emirates?
Is
It's Qatar.
Is the UAE
Abu Dhabi is the capital.
Okay.
That's where they're doing all the wrestling and
It's
shit.
beautiful.
What are the other? Oh, there's 7. Let's see.
Abu Dhabi, Dubai, Sharjah, Ajman,
it's not-
Al Quwan,
It's not Qatar.
Al Quran, Ras Al Kamal,
I can't see. Can you scroll up? Okay, I can see it now.
and
Dubai, Sharjah,
Sharjah, Ajman,
Ajman,
Al
Al
Quwan.
Quwan.
They just couldn't figure out. They're like, what should we call the country? Al Quwan. Perfect. No. I didn't.
Then we got Rasklat,
Rasklat.
Alkima, and Fuji. Okay, so it's not Qatar.
Fujaraya.
Yeah, so I guess Dubai is just like
Is that bigger than Iran? That's my next question. Because if we're gonna go,
No.
if we're playing Risk, is the UAE bigger than Iran?
no.
No, it's not.
Also, it's like kind of weird of just like that this whole other kind of state thing developed right there. But I guess maybe that was kind of like what they're trying to do. They're trying to say like we're going to be like a kind of neutral. How do you see the size? I'm pretty sure Iran is so much bigger than this. Iran is huge.
Oh, really?
Iran is like Texas compared to like a bunch of little states.
Fuck. You get there for $800?
Oh yeah, see?
Oh my God!
Yeah. It's fucking tiny.
Oh no!
And yo, look, and
I didn't realize that.
yeah, I told you. And look how fucking
Oh,
look how
no.
close it is.
What about compared to United States?
Iran is like almost half of the United States.
Okay,
like
okay.
a little less than half. But yo, that's fucking look how close it is, bro. That's crazy.
That's crazy, man. Now, are all those guys evil?
Whoa.
The whole green part? Are they all bad guys?
I mean, it's
Can we ask Grok?
it's the no, it's again, it's a theocracy. They're Shia, they're extreme
Yeah,
in terms of their religion.
Mhm.
They run the country that way. And it's just not as easy as like the Maduro thing where it's like, okay, we took away the leader and we're just going to replace it with like this cool girl that plays nice with us. That's what they're hoping for. If he can pull that off, then Trump will be the best president of all time.
He's fixed Iran.
He fixed Iran. He has like again that kind of guy that lives here, or even maybe like a more
Do
neutral.
you think he feels okay with going over there and running the country? Or he's like, they're going to
says,
kill
yeah.
me right away.
No. He says if that guy's out and that regime is done,
I'll go over
and
there
they're
fix this
powerless, then I'll go in there and then I'll be the head figure until they hold a free and fair election and elect a president. Wow. But then you don't know. Who knows if it'll happen again? Who knows if they'll be like, no, we want it to stay right wing, or it'll shift and it'll become more right wing over time.
It doesn't sound like a 2-week thing, man.
It doesn't sound like a 2-week thing. And again, and my whole like determining factor, there was a lot of other factors, but everyone has like their own kind of policy of like what they vote for. They're called single issue voters. I wasn't a single issue voter, but I was like a pretty big issue voter, was just like preventing World War III. And I did think that Trump was going to be able to broker some type of deal before getting to this point. Because again, in the first 4 years of his presidency, now this threat still existed during the first 4 deals, and he didn't like it, but he just didn't take these steps to do this. So it's just like a massive gamble. It could have everyone saying like, why did we fucking vote for this guy? We should have just kicked the can down the road and dealt with this 10 years into the future. Or again, if he was able to kind of like topple this regime, prevent them from getting a nuclear weapon, free the people there, then he would be like the best president ever. And then, you know, but still people would cry and say he's not.
Yeah.
Anyway, Love is Blind.
Love is Blind. Speaking of Birkin, the guy from Love Island, Rob, won Traitors.
Oh, was he on Love Island?
He was on
You
Love
love
Island.
Traitors.
I love Traitors.
If I ever went on that show, you'd be like in front of the TV every week.
Oh my God. He remember the first Love Island? We talked about it. Love
don't-
Island with Rob and
I don't remember.
this.
I just watched that first season last year.
okay. So the one before that, which was popping,
Mm-hmm.
the Rob, who was a really popular guy, was on Traitors, and he won, and he deceived the hell out of everybody.
No one knew he was a traitor.
The final girl, it was him and the final girl, who was another Love Island girl, very pretty. I think she was like Love Island UK, and she kind of like had a crush on him, like a little bit of a crush, and she's there looking at him, and Rob is there with his snake tattoos, and Alan is like, so do you think that there's no traitors here? Are you all loyal or whatever? What's it called? Not traitors or whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever. And she goes, yeah. She goes, yeah. She goes, all right. Tell Rob what you are. And she's about to tell Rob that I'm a traitor. She goes, I'm kidding. I'm a good guy. And she goes, okay.
But she was a traitor.
She was a good guy.
Okay.
This was the end of the show. You have to say what you are.
Okay.
And they purposely went with her first. And after she helped him vote everybody off. And what's the opposite of a traitor? Fuck. I'm not a loyal, whatever other word is.
Look it up.
Fuck. In traitors, it's traitors or
The good guys.
Faithful. She was
Faithful.
like, I'm a traitor. Just kidding. I'm faithful. And Rob pretended like, oh, and then Alan goes, Rob, tell her what you are. And he goes, I'm a traitor. And she's like, yeah, right. He's like, I'm a traitor.
Well, how could she have won in that moment?
She couldn't have won. Shit's over.
Oh.
She couldn't do nothing.
Okay.
They were done. It was over.
So someone that's a traitor has to last to the end?
Last to the end. Well, at first,
Without anyone knowing
it
they're
was
a traitor?
two traitors and one faithful.
Uh-huh.
And they were like, great, we're gonna win and we're gonna split the money.
Uh-huh.
But then Rob last minute got the girl who was smitten with him
Uh-huh.
to vote off the other traitor. And it
Oh.
was just Rob and her. So in her head, she's like, we're gonna split the money and we're gonna
Now,
go
are
home.
people like, do you become the bad guy for this, or do you become kind of like the good guy?
So yeah, people get so emotional that damn show where it's like it's a fucking game.
Yeah.
We gotta wrap up. Oh, his whole ass is out there right there. He's like they get very emotional. They get very
Guys,
emotional.
we can go longer. I mean,
No,
fucking,
no,
this is a good podcast.
Pat,
Do you have another podcast coming in? Ah, fuck that.
So anyway, so they go. So reason why I mentioned this because you mentioned Birkin.
We have nothing to make a clip from.
We have so much to make a clip from. That was great.
Except the Rizzler, the Middle Eastern Rizzler.
No, that was great.
Okay,
Fucking, how big is Iran? This whole it'd be hilarious. You get real serious and they're like, is Iran a city?
Yeah,
And it
yeah.
ends like that.
Exactly.
Anyways, he bought her a Birkin bag. He betrayed her. He won the
Oh,
$200,000.
So he like is a good guy.
And
now?
and she was like, you have to buy me a Birkin bag. And yesterday they were on Andy Cummings,
now-
Andy whatever.
Cohen.
Cohen,
But what did she think? How could she win it?
because
Everyone has to think they're gonna be at the end to win.
yeah, because she thought that he was a faithful, so they were
Okay.
going to split the money. We got rid of all the traitors.
Oh, okay.
We're going to split the money.
But the goal is to get rid of the traitors.
Yeah, if there's
Okay.
any traitors left at the end when everyone decides to end the
They
game,
win.
the traitors take all the money
Oh,
if they're
okay.
still there.
And he just did it from being cool, playing
He was
every
cool with
side.
everybody. He was Rob. You know Rob from Love Island? He's the guy with the snake
I've
tattoos.
seen him now.
Oh, yeah.
Him now, yeah.
Yeah, he played it cool. He fucking played an amazing game. He's the best traitor there ever was. So,
So
watch
you know me pretty
Yeah.
well. You go on the road
Yeah.
with me.
Yeah.
Everyone says I should do this
it.
show.
100%.
But does me being autistic and
Yes.
weird and gay
Yes.
and scared,
Pretty boy, you could win the whole
all
game.
that shit, does that work
You're gonna
to
be
my
great on.
favor?
You're gonna be great in the missions. You're athletic. You run marathons. You're strong.
Yeah.
You're
but
gonna
what-
crush.
Fuck that. Like just the other part
That's a
of
big
it.
thing though, because they're gonna be like, I don't want to get rid of Vinny because Vinny's great on the missions. You know,
Oh,
they're gonna be like, he's good. He's able to carry this. He can run fast. All this stuff. So,
Okay.
so you would
We'll
want.
talk about
It'd be
it.
great.
We'll
It'd be
talk
great.
about it. All right, guys. That was some episode. Thanks for tuning in. Buy tickets to our shows. We got Texas coming up, 2 weekends, and a bunch of other stuff coming up. So follow Mike Figs everywhere.
Y'all.
And like, subscribe, and share. Till next time, this is Something Went Wrong with Vinny.
What's up, guys? If you like the episode, please make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. We are building this thing from the ground up, so we need your help, and hopefully we can make this really big one day. Love you.